Jacksonville Jaguars. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Here's Lawrence. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to third down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Lawrence to throw. Flush to his right. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Second and 14. Lawrence. He'll find his man, Laviska Shenault. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So for Trevor Lawrence, listen, the hype, the buzz, whatever you want to call it, it just surrounds this guy. One of the most highly regarded draft picks of the last decade or two. What do you think defenses are going to throw at him here in his rookie season?
Well, I think all the edge rushers can't wait to get a shot at him, especially his rookie year, because they want to see if he can handle the pressure when they come at him. But I think defensive coordinators, they know that he's well-schooled and he's very intelligent. They want that pressure on him. They'll throw those normal blitz.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL. NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Lawrence will throw. Open man right side is Ingram. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And Ingram hauls it in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
They'll run on first down. Robinson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On the run, it's Robinson. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
2nd and 10. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Etienne. And he'll take this into the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. So a first catch for him in the ball game. And you know the scuttlebutt has been he's not getting enough touches, enough catches, not feeling involved enough in the offense. So maybe that can get him going.
You and I both know that there's not a wide receiver alive that ever feels like in any game he got enough touches, even if he got 15, right? We all know that. But there's also not an offensive coordinator alive, a play caller, that isn't smart enough to get the ball to them and often that will keep his position.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Tua. Got a man. It's the rookie Jalen Waddle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. On the handoff, this is Mostert. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run right side with Mostert. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there, because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things, because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
2nd and 8. Now Lawrence. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Lawrence. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. On play action, here's Tua. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still going to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, that play really didn't fool him. They completed the screen pass, but for lost yardage, a really nice play by the defense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Tua. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Miami's receivers had the 2nd fewest yards of any receiving group in 2020, and the fewest yards in run after catch as well. Jalen Waddle, he might solve both of those problems. Taking 6th overall, he picks up a 1st down right there.
So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Here's Mostert. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On 2nd and goal, Tua. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. To return, here's Agnew. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. On play action, Lawrence. That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. First down and more, ETN, as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Lawrence. And incomplete on the deep ball.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Final play of the half, it's Lawrence. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
Well, they always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Second down and 7. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. For Jalen Waddle, he was known for his run-after-the-catch ability at Alabama, and he uses that speed to punish the defense here.
And I think this is what the early proponents of the forward pass were thinking about. Get it to a receiver and have him do some work afterwards in order to create the big play we just saw there.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. To return, here's Agnew. And able to get this out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
They go play action now. Lawrence. They're looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Running the counter with Mostert. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Working with 2nd and 5 now. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They hand it off to Mostert. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mostert. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Tua sets up to pass it. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Josh Allen in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Lawrence to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Looking to throw, Lawrence. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be gathered up in the end zone, and that's a defensive touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. To return, here's Agnew. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. He'll get this off to ETN. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Looking downfield for Jones. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 33 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Lawrence, now this is ETN on the draw. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with ETN. And he is going to have a Jags first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. Touchdown, Jaguars! Evan Ingram, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Now Folk for the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it, 24-14 now. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Once again, it's Mostert, and he'll be brought down right around the 37.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Forced out to his left. Room to run past midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Now, on 1st down, Mostert stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Good play defensively. It'll be a loss of 1. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Looking to pass. Tua. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Devontae Parker, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Sanders on for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. To return, here's Agnew. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And that's complete ETN out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
That's out wide here for Robinson. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. Running out of the gun with ETN. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, it's Robinson. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. They're going on 4th down. Lawrence, they'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's unable to get away. They stop him at the line on 4th and 2. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. 68 yards on the ground for him so far. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. 2nd down, here's Mostert again. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Working with a 2nd and 3. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game is not being neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Dolphins, they climb back to 500 now at 3.